Alright, hi people that are logged on. While everyone's logging on, you will need some props today. If you have blocks, you'll need 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use 2 books, 2 big books, or a pillow or 2, or bolster. If you'd like a blanket, you can have a blanket by you. And yeah, I think that's it for now. We're going to get started in a comfortable cross-legged seat. And if you're having trouble sitting up tall in this position, you can always put blocks, a blanket, a pillow, a bolster underneath the sit bones to help you sit up a little bit taller. Just gonna wait a few more minutes before we actually get started. But those of you that are logged on and watching right now, you can start by closing your eyes and just noticing the breath. So yeah, just start by observing the breath, not changing it quite yet, just noticing, not making any attachments or judgments, just watching the breath. And then slowly start to deepen the breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, making your inhales as long as your exhales, and your exhales as long as your inhales. And we'll take a few cleansing breaths together. So whenever you're ready, really start to center in, ground through the hips, the knees. Feel the places where you're connected to the earth. And then everyone inhale through the nose, and then exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Do that 2 more times. Inhale through the nose, exhale, sigh it out. One last time. Inhale through the nose, exhale, sigh it all out. Make sure your hands are on your knees facing downward. That'll help you feel more connected to the earth and grounded. We're really trying to feel nice and grounded today as we're connecting to the zodiac sign of Taurus. So the Taurus season started this week. So we're going to do a lot of grounding poses and a lot of neck stretches and shoulder openers and heart openers to connect to the planet Venus, which is associated with Taurus. So keep breathing here, letting go of anything that came before you came to your mat, and letting go of anything that will happen after. Being completely present in this moment on your mat. Relaxing any unnecessary tension from the face. Relaxing the shoulders downward. Relaxing the legs. Letting the belly be soft. Filling the lungs up with every inhale. And then emptying them out completely with every exhale. Take a few more deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, you can start to blink the eyes open or keep them closed. And then just gently rock your head to the right, bringing your right ear towards your right shoulder, lifting the chin upward slightly, and breathing in through the left side of your neck. If you feel good here and you would like to take it a little deeper, you can reach those left fingertips out to the left, slightly downward. If you're feeling good here, maybe bring that right hand to the left side of your head for a bit deeper of a stretch. If any of these things don't feel good, though, feel free to take a step backwards. Stay connected to the breath and find stillness. This is the Yin portion of our class, so we're going to be holding each pose anywhere between 1 to 5 minutes. So make sure you're in a position that allows you to hold the pose for a longer period of time. So you may not go as deep into the pose as you normally would during a Vinyasa flow. And then from here, just bring your chin slightly downwards. So the stretch goes towards the back of the neck and the shoulders, but still keep your head turned, tilted towards the right shoulder. Then slowly release your hands, bring them back to your knees, and bring your head back through center. Take a moment here to notice the difference between the two sides of your neck. And then gently bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Staying here for a moment, tilting the chin slightly upwards. Sending your breath into the left side of your neck. And then if you feel okay here, maybe reach those right fingertips out towards the right. If you're feeling good right here, maybe bring that left hand to the right side of your head, gently putting pressure on the head. Keep tilting your chin slightly upwards. And bringing your focus back to your breath if you find your mind wandering. From here, start to tilt the chin slightly downward. To move the stretch down the neck towards the shoulders a little bit more. Keep sending your breath into the right side of your neck. And then carefully release your head, bring your hands back to your knees and bring your head up through center. Take a moment here. And then when you're ready, blink the eyes open. and you're gonna reach for your props. So if you missed the beginning where I said that you need props, you will need 2 blocks. And if you don't have 2 blocks, and a lot of people don't at home, you can use either 2 books or a pillow or 2. If you have a pillow or a bolster, you're gonna bring the bolster or pillow right up to against the low back and then just lay backwards in supported fish. If you have blocks, you will take 1 block on the low height, 1 block on the medium height, or on the low height, depending on how open your shoulders are. And you're gonna bring the block, the higher block, or the block underneath your shoulder, this block underneath your shoulder blades, right at the bottom of the shoulder blades. And then the other block will go right underneath the head. So you need to make some adjustments. And you can have the legs out long in front of you, or the soles of the feet together, knees open wide for a little bit of a hip opener. Wherever you're at, let your body sink into your props, whatever they may be. Starting to feel the heart open up, the shoulders. Bringing your focus back to your breath if you've let your mind wander off. Finding stillness. Slowly start to press into the forearms, tuck the chin slightly, and press your way up keeping your legs in whatever position you chose. And then if you have your legs out long in front of you, bring the soles of the feet together, knees open wide. You can bring a block, a blanket, a pillow underneath the sit bones if you're having a hard time sitting up tall in this position. And you can maybe scoot the feet outward slightly. And then slowly just start to fold over the legs. Bringing the arms out in front of you with the palms facing up so you're not tempted to pull yourself forward. And just let gravity do the work. Using your breath to release tension, allowing you to sink deeper into the pose. Once again, finding stillness, bringing your focus and awareness to your breath. Let the head and neck relax completely. And from here, start to press into the palms to lift you up back through center. You can bring the hands to the outer thighs to help you bring the knees back towards one another. Reach the legs out long in front of you for a moment. And then make your way onto your belly. You need to move your props from the last pose off to the side. And then from your belly, you're going to press up onto your forearms. Your elbows should be slightly in front of your shoulders for Sphinx pose. So this is the Yin version, so it's a little more restorative. You can let the eyes close. Slight engagement of the lower abdomen to protect the low spine. And then let the legs relax. Let your shoulders slide down your back. here, lower the forehead to the earth. Bring your arms into a diamond shape above your head. And either bring the forehead towards the earth or one ear onto the earth. For just a moment. And then from here, bring the right leg up towards your right elbow. It's not going to reach the right elbow. It's going to be at about a 90-degree angle. And you can stay right here or maybe bring the upper body back into that Sphinx position. If this is too much, you can always lower yourself back down. Once again, bring your focus and awareness back to your breath. Let the eyes close or have a soft gaze and find stillness. From here, slowly lower your heart back to the earth if you have it lifted. And then bring the opposite ear to the earth, arms in a diamond shape. Reach that right leg back to the left for a moment. And then lift your left leg up towards your left elbow. Bring it at about a 90-degree angle. You can stay right here or start to press the chest back up, coming into that Sphinx position with the upper body. Roll the shoulders down the back. Relax the belly. Relax the face. And breathe. Slowly lower the chest back down to the earth. Bring the arms overhead in a diamond shape. Or step the hands and bring the forehead on top of them. Then reach that left foot back to meet the right for just a moment. And then from here, start to press into the hands and make your way into a child's pose. You can have the knees wide or the knees together, big toes touch, reach the hips back towards your heels, reach the forehead down towards the earth. And just breathe here for a moment, really feeling that third eye space connected to the earth. From your child's pose, start to walk the hands inward, making your way to a tabletop position, bringing the knees right underneath the hips, the hands underneath the shoulders for a moment. And then you're going to take your left hand and thread it underneath the right arm, coming onto your left shoulder and left side of the face. You can keep the right hand right in front of your face, or reach it out long in front of you, or wrap it behind the low back. Wherever you're at, try to roll that right shoulder down. And we're going to hold this for about 2 to 3 minutes. So make sure you're in a position where you're finding that your edge, that's a balance between effort and ease. So you feel the stretch, but it's not too intense, and it's also not too relaxed. From here, unwrap your right arm if you had it wrapped around your low back, replace it in front of your face, and press your way up to hands and knees. And then we'll just switch sides. So take that right arm and thread it underneath the left, coming onto your right shoulder, right side of the face. You can keep the left hand where it is, or reach it out long in front of you, or wrap it behind the low back. Bring your focus back to your breath. This is the last yin posture of class. Unwrap that left arm and have it wrap behind your low back. Press into the left palm and lift yourself up to hands and knees, tabletop position. And I will start to find some movement, starting to wake up the body, moving into our Vinyasa flow, young portion of class. Inhale to lift the heart, lift the hips, lift the gaze, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, look down towards your thighs, catch. Moving with your breath, inhale to lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine. Pull the belly in. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round. Let 2 more times, moving with your own breath, filling up the lungs on every inhale, and then emptying them out completely on every exhale. One last time. And then come to a neutral spine. Keep your hips right above the knees, and then just start to walk the hands out in front of you, melting the heart towards the earth, either bringing the forehead towards the earth, or a block, or book, or reaching the heart down towards the earth and your chin on the earth if you have a little bit more open shoulders. Keep your engagement in the belly to help protect the low spine. And take a few deep breaths here. And start to walk the hands inward, a little bit in front of the shoulders. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Start to paddle through the feet a little bit, and sway the hips from side to side. Reach those hips up towards the sky as high as you can, and then find stillness for a moment. Maybe bring a bend in the knees if you feel like your spine is rounding forward. And then on an inhale, reach those shoulders over your wrists, coming into plank pose. We're going to hold this for a few breaths, really starting to feel warmth in the body. Reach those heels back, the crown of the head forward. You can always bring the knees down to the earth if you need. Lengthen the tailbone back, press into the palms to lift the shoulders up, lift that heart space up towards the sky. And then from here, lower the left knee down, kick it out to the left slightly, and then bring the inner right foot to the earth. Reach the right arm up towards the sky, modified side plank. You can keep the arm up towards the sky, or maybe reach it over your right ear. You can keep the right leg where it is, or maybe lift it up about hip height. Keep pulling the belly in. And then make your way back to plank pose. Hold for 1 breath. And then release the right knee down, kick it out to the right slightly. Lower that left heel down so the inner arch of the foot is on the earth. Press into the right palm to lift the left arm up towards the sky. Either staying here or reach that left arm over your left ear. And you can stay right here, maybe lift that left leg up about hip height. Really engage the foot, flex the toes back towards the shin. Maybe look up towards the sky. And then plant the left hand down, making your way back into plank. Then lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift the heart up. Cobra. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths in this down dog. And then when you're ready, bend the knees, look forward, and start to walk the feet up to the top of your mat. Bring those feet right underneath the hips and just let the body hang over your legs. You can bring as much of a bend in the knees as you need. Maybe clasp opposite elbows. Maybe find a little movement or find stillness. And from here, if you have your elbows clasped, release the hands to the earth. Bring a deep bend to the knees. and slowly start to roll up one vertebra at a time through the spine, coming up to stand. The head comes up last. Spin the palms outward. Really connect the feet to the earth. Standing up nice and tall. Tadasana, mountain pose. From here, really ground through those left toes and bring your weight into your left foot. You're going to start to lift the left heel up and then reach that right knee out towards the right. You can keep this foot where it is, or maybe bring that right foot to the left calf or left inner thigh, but avoid the left knee joint. Then bring the hands to heart center. Really press your foot into your leg and your leg back into your foot. Stand up nice and tall. If you're good right here, you can reach the arms up overhead. Find something to focus on in front of you that's not moving, that will help your balance. Vrikshasana, tree pose. From your tree pose, you're going to move that right knee forward in front of you, and then reach those right toes back. Arms either out in front of you or at the heart. Flex those right toes towards the earth. Warrior 3. Then from here, bend the left knee, reach those right toes back, making your way into high lunge. Arms up overhead, lunge through that front knee. Take an inhale at the top. As you exhale, you're going to open your heart and cactus your arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, up. Exhale, cactus the arms. One last time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Then ground through the back heel. Align the front heel with the arch of the back foot. Arms out to a T. Warrior 2. Really lunge through that front knee. Look over your left fingertips. Make sure your right arm is lifting as high as the left. And breathe. Really grounding through the feet. Lifting up through the heart. From here, cartwheel the hands to frame the front foot. Lift the back heel. Keep the right hand planted and reach the left arm up towards the sky. Take a few deep breaths here. And from here, you're going to step that left foot about halfway back. I'll face this way so you can see me better. Let's step the left foot about halfway back. You can stay right here. Plant that right heel down so the outer right foot is planted on the earth. Staying right here, keep those hips lifted, or bring that left foot in front of the right, or stack both feet on top of one another. Side plank, keep lifting those hips up towards the sky. Maybe reach that left arm over the left ear. And then from here, bring the left hand down, reach the hips up and back, down facing dog. Either staying right here in your down dog or moving through your vinyasa. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, step that right foot through in between your hands. Make sure your knee is directly above your ankle. So if it didn't make it all the way, you can use that right hand to help bring your right foot up a little further. Ground to the back heel so your back foot is at about a 45-degree angle. Really ground through the feet. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead, warrior 1. Then bring the arms out in front of you. Cross right arm over left at the elbow creases. Bend the arms, either bringing the backs of the hands to touch or wrapping once more so that the palms touch. Lift the elbows as high as the shoulders. At the same time, roll the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, fold to the inside of your front. And then inhale, lift the heart, keeping this arm shape. Lift the back heel. Find something to focus on in front of you that's not moving to help with your balance. And then step that left foot up towards your chest. Bend through the right knee. Cross your left thigh over your right. Eagle pose. From here on an inhale, uncross the legs, uncross the arms, reach the arms up overhead, palms touch at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do that all on the other side. So starting off in tree pose, really ground through the right foot, lift the left heel, turn the left knee outward. Either staying here, bringing foot to calf, or foot to inner thigh, avoiding the knee. Hands come to heart center. Really press your foot into your leg and your leg back into your foot. Focus on something that's not moving in front of you. Find your drishti. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. If you feel good right here. And moving from your tree pose, bring that left knee forward and then reach those left toes back behind you. You can either have the arms out long in front of you or hands to heart center. Point those toes towards the earth. Warrior 3. Start to bend through the front knee. Reach those left toes back. Lift the heart. High lunge. Take an inhale here as you exhale. Cactus the arms. Open the heart. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, cactus. One last time. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach the arms up. Spin the back heel down, aligning front heel with the arch of the back foot. Arms out to a T. Warrior 2. Keep pressing that right knee out towards the right. Make sure you can see your right big toe when you look down. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Lengthen the tailbone towards the earth. And then cartwheel the hands to frame the front foot. Lift the back heel. Keep the left hand planted and reach the right arm up towards the sky. From here, start to step that right foot about halfway back. Toes point out towards the right. Ground through the back foot so the outer foot is on the earth. Reach the right arm up towards the sky. Keep pressing those hips up. You can either stay right here or reach the right foot in front of the left or stack both feet on top of one another. Maybe bring your gaze up towards the sky to challenge your balance. Maybe reach the right arm over your right ear. And then plant the right hand, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Either staying right here or move through your vinyasa. Inhale to plank, exhale chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. On an inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, step it through in between your hands. Ground through the back heel so your foot is at about a 45-degree angle. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Warrior 1. From here, reach the arms out in front of you. Cross the left arm over right at the elbow creases. Then bend the elbows, either bringing the backs of the hands to touch or wrapping once more so that the palms touch. Lift the elbows as high as the shoulders. At the same time, roll the shoulders down the back. Keep lunging through the front knee. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, fold to the inside of your front leg. Keep squaring off the hip. Pull that left hip back, right hip forward. And breathe. Inhale to lift the heart back up, keeping the arms in this eagle shape. Lift the back heel and step that right foot up. Cross it over the left, eagle pose. Carefully unwind. Inhale the arms up towards the sky, palms touch at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment here, connecting back to your breath. And then bring the feet about shoulder width distance or wider. Heels point in, toes point out. Inhale the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, sink the hips down, coming into Malasana, your yogi squat. Press the arms into the legs back into the arms to lift the heart. And then reach the right hand in front of the right foot. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, reach the left hand down in front of the left foot. Reach the right arm up towards the sky. Bring your hands back to center at the heart. And then carefully make your way onto your butt. And then slowly lower all the way onto your back. If you have a block, actually take it with you. From here, you're going to reach those legs up towards the sky. Do a little bit of core work before we finish. Really pull that belly button in towards the spine so there's no space underneath your low back. Press the palms into the earth. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to take the right leg and lower it about a third of the way down. Take a few deep breaths here. Make sure your low spine is still connected to the earth. And then lower that right leg about 2/3 of the way down. Reconnect that low spine with the earth. Pull the belly in. Breathe. It's okay if you shake a little bit. And then lower it to hover. A few deep breaths here. Inhale, lift it all the way back up to meet the left. Now with the left leg, exhale, lower about a third of the way down. Reconnect the spine to the earth. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure the feet are engaged, either pointed or flexed. And then 2/3 of the way down. Almost there. Lower to hover. And inhale, bring that left foot up to meet the right. Now we're going to do both legs at the same time. We're almost done. Lower about a third of the way down. Squeeze them towards one another. Keep that low back connected to the earth. Lower about 2/3 of the way down. Keep that low back connected to the earth. Keep breathing. It's okay if you're shaky. Lower to hover. One more deep breath. And exhale, bring the knees in to hug them. Hug your knees into your chest. It's hard talking, moving forward. Then from here, lower the soles of the feet to the earth. Bring the arms down by your sides, palms facing the ground. Your feet should be about hips width distance apart. On an inhale, start to lift the hips up towards the sky. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath the back. Squeeze your legs towards one another. Make sure your gaze is straight up towards the sky. You can interlace the hands underneath you. Couple more deep breaths here. And then lower, starting from the upper back, middle back, lower back. Take a moment here, and then we'll do that one more time. So whenever you're ready, press into the forearms, press into the palms, press into the soles of the feet to lift those hips up towards the sky as high as you can. Heart lifts up towards the chin, chin lifts up towards the sky. Maybe interlace the hands underneath you. Squeeze those legs towards one another so they're not splaying out to the sides. One more deep breath here. And then exhale, slowly lower all the way down with the tailbone coming down next. From here, if you don't have a block or a book, you're going to come to a wall if you can. And if you don't have a block, you're going to bring one hip to the wall as far as you can get it, and then spin your way up so the legs are up towards the wall. You can always squeeze yourself in, make sure your butt is connected to the wall. And just hold here for a little bit. If you do have a block, you're going to take that block either on the lowest or medium height and bring it underneath the sacrum and do the same thing. Resting here for a moment, finding a bit of an inversion. Then carefully make your way out of this pose, bringing your feet down towards the earth, lifting yourself up off the block if you had one, or coming away from the wall if you were at the wall. And then from here, make your way back onto your back. Hug your right knee into your chest. Take a few deep breaths here, feeling the leg and belly rise as you inhale and lower as you exhale. Then reach the right arm out to a T and carefully cross that right leg over towards the left side of your body. Make sure that right shoulder stays grounded, so that might mean that your right knee might not touch the earth, and that's totally fine. Maybe bring your gaze over your right shoulder if it feels okay on your neck. You can bring the left hand to the outer right thigh and breathe deep into the belly. Inhale, bring that leg back through center, and just switch sides. Lengthen that right leg out, hug the left knee in. Take a few deep breaths here, feeling the leg and belly rise with every inhale, and lower with every exhale. Then from here, bring the right hand to the outer left thigh, left arm out to a T. Take an inhale. As you exhale, let that left leg fall over towards the right. Keep that left shoulder grounded. Maybe look over your left shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. And send your breath in towards your belly. Or as if you could send it into your belly. And on an inhale, come back through center. Hug both knees in towards your chest. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. And then give yourself a nice big hug. Pull your forehead towards your knees for a little bit of core activation before we end. And then exhale, reach the legs out long in front of you. Arms down by your sides. Palms face up towards the sky. Let the legs relax, the hips, the belly. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath the back. Tuck the chin slightly so the back of the neck is long. Let the face relax, the eyes, the arms, the hands. Let everything relax. And we'll take a few cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more times. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Sigh it all out. 1 last time. Inhale through the nose. Fill up the lungs completely. Exhale. Sigh it all out, emptying them out completely. And then let the breath return to its normal, natural state. Shavasana. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana if you need, but if you're ready to come out, slowly start to deepen the breath. Bring small movements to the fingers and toes. Circle the ankles and wrists. Rock the head from side to side. And reach the arms up overhead, the legs out long in front of you for a nice morning stretch. Hug the knees into the chest and carefully make your way onto one side. Resting here for a moment. And then whenever you're ready, trying to keep the eyes closed or a soft gaze, make your way into a comfortable cross-legged seat at the top of your mat. Let the palms rest on the knees or thighs. Sit up nice and tall, taller than you have all day. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms touch at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bow the chin towards the heart. Take a moment to thank yourself for practicing yoga today. And I thank you all for joining me. I can hope you can take the benefits from today's class into the rest of your night, the rest of your week, the rest of whenever. Bring the thumb knuckles up to the third eye space. Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining me. Make sure to follow Crux on Instagram and Facebook and subscribe to my yoga channel. And if you can donate, if you can't, that's totally fine. I just want everyone to be able to do yoga. And remember, I have one more class this week, Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, Energizing Vinyasa. And then next week, I have my Tuesday yoga for cyclists at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then this class again at 5 Central Standard Time next Thursday. All right. Have a good night. Bye.